Hello friends, I'm Akash and this is your News of the Week for the week of February 19th to February 25th, 2023. So let's take a look at our first story of the week, and this is some big news. On February 20th, 2023, President Biden made an unexpected visit to Ukraine as the Russian invasion of Ukraine reaches 1 year old. This is the first time an American president has visited a war zone not under US control. That's right, this is history in the making. President Biden took a flight to Poland in the early morning of February 19th before traveling by train to Kyiv. Biden then met with Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky and discussed America's involvement in the war. This meeting also comes at an important time, as it is the day that Ukrainians remember the protesters who died in the 2014 revolution that overthrew the pro-Russian government of Ukraine at that time. So this, as you can tell, is big news, and things change even more, as the day after Biden visited Ukraine, Russia pulled out of New START, the last major nuclear treaty between the US and Russia, and Biden condemned this act as he returned to Poland. So, as you can see, things are not going well. And as this invasion has just reached 1 year the day after President Biden left Ukraine, I truly hope that this war will come to a peaceful end for the citizens of Ukraine. So let's take a look at our next story of the week. The latest winter storm pummeling America right now has led to the cancellation of over 3,000 flights from Minnesota and the northern Midwest all the way to California and the West Coast. This winter storm has left 900,000 people without power and the deaths of at least 3 people. In Minnesota, snow reached as high as 13.5 inches, that's 34 centimeters, and in Wisconsin, hundreds of flights were canceled at Milwaukee International Airport alone. There were over 811,000 power outages in the state of Michigan, and one firefighter died while attempting to handle power lines in freezing conditions. The National Weather Service issued wind chill warnings throughout the Midwest for temperatures as low as negative 20 degrees Fahrenheit. That's negative 29 degrees Celsius. It is very, very low temperatures. Portland in Oregon saw its second heaviest snow day in history, causing massive traffic jams and the deaths of 2 people. Southern California faced a blizzard warning, which is very rare, as traditionally this region is very warm year-round. And it's even affected other parts of the country, including here in Texas, where temperatures have actually dropped. Normally, apparently, they'd be around like 60, 70, 80, but recently they've been being like 40 and 50, and this is partially because of the effects of that winter storm. So although this storm dissipated on February 24th, its effects are still ongoing and highly dangerous. So if you are in the northern Midwest or on the west coast of the US, starting from Indiana and Iowa all the way until California and Nevada, I highly recommend you should stay home and be safe. And that is my message to you. So let's take a look at our final story of the week. North Korea continues its nuclear missile tests, as its government announced on February 18th that it successfully tested yet another intercontinental ballistic missile, airing the footage of the launch on their state television channel. Now, the Hwasong-15 missile landed in Japanese waters after traveling for over an hour. The North Korean government claims that this is proof that North Korea can successfully counter the US, South Korea, Japan, and other countries that North Korea considers as enemies. But there's also another factor that's coming into play, because the US and South Korea have already announced plans for joint military exercises starting next month to strengthen the South Korean military and counter North Korean aggression. And that means that this missile test can be seen as not just an attempt to confirm the missile is working. Yes, that is actually what the North Korean government said, but more importantly, as an attempt to fend off these joint military exercises between the US and South Korea from happening. And obviously this is not going to do much. US and South Korea are still going to go for their military exercises because in the end it is beneficial to South Korea to fend off any attack North Korea may impose on them in the future. And that's why this event is so important. So that is all of your news of the week for the week of February 19th to February 25th, 2023. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you soon in another news of the week. Goodbye.